many of us, it still seems like only yesterday. But 1990 is the 50th anniversary of the Battle of Britain. It is perhaps the most significant military action ever fought in the history of these islands. In warfare, it remains unique. Textbooks will state that never before had the defense of a country depended on a battle for survival fought in the skies. It's unlikely that this will ever happen again. But of course, everyone who actually lived through the events of 1940 will tell their own more personal story. 50 years on, the memories are still vivid. The evacuation from Dunkirk, Luftwaffe massing for aerial supremacy, the threat of invasion just a few miles across the Channel. Here was a battle in which everyone in Britain was to become directly involved.
The shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little...
Oh, yes. Oh, boy, I've never seen anything so good as this. The RAF fighters have really got these boys, Kate. Our machine is catching up the Messerschmitt now. It's catching it up. It's got the legs of it, you know.
Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few.
Wait and see.
The heroism of the few in the face of almost overpowering odds is, of course, legendary. An inspiration to all who've served in the Royal Air Force through to this day. Nearly a third of those who flew between June and October 1940 did not return. The cost of winning the Battle of Britain was high, and sadly, it was just the start. During the Second World War, nearly 1.25 million men and women served with the RAF. Those who died left families, while the lives of many who survived would never be the same again. And of course, the years since 1945 have not been without further casualties. Throughout, the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund has helped to relieve distress among those in need, receiving an ever-growing number of requests for assistance. Today, 50 years on from the Battle of Britain, the financial strain on the funds has reached a peak. Over the next decade, awards to the past and present RAF personnel or their dependents, both young and old, will total over £100 million. All requests arise out of genuine hardship, and few are ever refused.
Oh, I didn't know how I'd cope when he went into hospital again, but the fund was marvellous, helping me with fares and things. And when he came out, we both went to that Princess Marina house. That's their convalescent home. We even met someone who'd been in the same squadron back in 1940. It was lovely. First time we'd been away in 20 years.
I was always brought up to pay my own way. I don't think I ever borrowed money from anyone. And I'm not the extravagant type either. That's why I felt so bad when I couldn't pay my electricity bill. I thought somehow it was my fault. I never mentioned it to a soul, but somehow the fund found out and they paid it off. It felt like a great weight had been lifted from your shoulders.
We even discussed how we'd manage if the worst happened and Jim had an accident while flying, but nothing can really prepare you. I needed a lot of moral support as well as help with things like, well, the mortgage. I'm just grateful someone was there when I needed them most.
It's amazing how happy they are, considering how most of them have lost one or even both parents. I think a stable education's very important, at somewhere that understands. That's why the fund runs this school.
1990 sees the Battle of Britain salute, a major appeal in aid of the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund. Throughout the year, a huge program of fundraising events and activities will unfold, reaching a climax in September. The appeal presents opportunities for everyone in Britain to become involved. You can help, whether as an individual or as a corporation, through donations, legacies, sponsorship, or promotions. We need your support. In 1990, through the RAF Benevolent Fund, the nation can salute the few and repay, in part, the enormous debt that we all still owe to the men and women of the Royal Air Force. Do not despair for Johnny Head in Air. He sleeps as sound as Johnny underground. Fetch out no shroud for Johnny in the cloud, but keep your tears for him in after years. Better by far for Johnny the bright star to keep your head and see his children fed.